What's going on, guys? This is Ben from NolanTCG, and welcome back to the March episode of Sealed Only. So today we are going to be cracking open, as we hide inside this air quotes express posted box which was supposed to arrive yesterday. We have 6 boxes of Duel Overload. So we're going to be cracking these guys open. We're going to be chasing some link monsters to get fed into our Sealed Only deck. But basically, we're doing this as doubling as an opening for Duel Overload and as our Sealed Only because we didn't quite have the money to go around twice. We were supposed to be going on a holiday, but we are not. So this is going to be our opening. Ooh, this box is open. Okay, interesting. We'll see how that one goes down. Okay, we'll start with that box, I guess, because it's already been opened up. But away we go. We'll pop this to the side. Okay, so we're going to be doing our Duel Overload opening for Sealed Only. Please do remember as we get into this to hit that subscribe button down below. We are always happy to have new people, and let's get cracking. So we'll start off with this first one. Again, this weird that it's not sealed. What will we get? We see the Dark Magicians as our first. Oh, it's got some dice floating in there as well as some crap at the top. Spoilers, that's where I stash all my stuff. But we've got the Dark Magicians. We'll crack open this first one, the whole thing. For the rest, we'll just kind of get the packs out. We'll keep them in like terms of box so we can see what each box contains. But we'll start off with the first one. No, cool. I had a mild panic there thinking there was only 5 packs in here. But let's get started. We've got Witchcrafter Creation. The Whelp. Okay. Sorry, we'll turn this a little bit. We've got the Whelp, Zombie World, Almirage, and Ojama Emperor for our first pack. Crack it into the second. I suppose we're probably looking for Mardell, if anything. Just a good pendulum link to get into our Sealed Only deck, but we always want good cards though. We've got a Speedroid, Malefic Tune, Cubic, Stromberg. Oh, okay. Bit flimsy on that one. Let's try it from the other side, I guess. Okay, we're back as our phone started ringing, so we haven't flipped these guys over yet, but let's check it out. Ooh, okay. Definitely didn't intentionally put the Predator Plant here to, like, look good here, but... oh, look, we got the Predator Plant, which is one of the ones we definitely needed. We got Malefic, the Alien, Blackwing, and the Herald. I wonder if we could play the Herald. I don't even know what the Herald does, really. We haven't really sat down and read a lot of these links, so it's going to be a big read between when we finish opening all these packs and what we put into our deck. We got the Armor, another good card. Not expensive, but a good card. Casualty, Caspar, and King Dragoon. I know King Dragoon's actually needed for a lot of GOAT players because it's quite difficult to get, as we see a Union Carrier. Nice, this first box has actually been a good start. We've seen the Union Carrier and the Predator Plant. We just need the Needle Fiber, and we've got the big 3. But Speedroid, ooh, is that... No, that's not. Okay, it's Samorg. See Samorg and a Bloom. Will the Needle Fiber pack have a Needle Fiber? Or Halifibrax, whatever we're calling it now. As we see the Awakened Possessed, Phantasm, Herald, it's a second Herald, Malefic, and what Giraffe? Okay, so we're gonna crack these guys open. We'll still keep them in piles of each box. We can see how each box goes, but we'll skip ahead to that. Okay, so we are back with our boxes. They are all open, so let's get these cracking. We've tried, or we have kept them in order so that we can check the giant cards and see whether or not we get one of each. But we got another Awakened Possessed, a Celestial. Sorry, I'll get these up a bit higher for you. Card of Fate. Okay. Dark Athelian Dragon. And a Swap Frog. And next pack. So still chasing that Needle Fiber. Well, we're pretty early in to be still trying to chase a Needle Fiber, but make a Phantom Beast, Last Warrior, Bloom, Malefic Tune, and the Reptile Link. We do need a lot of extra deck stuff for the Sealed Only, so opening this is probably going to be the best way to go. We see a deck lockdown, Saravis, Hollow Giants. It could be playable, I guess, with the limited card. Worst card in the set. It shouldn't be here. It's only there because it's one foil print is expensive. There's a million commons, you don't need a foil. Got Creation, Double Evo, Overflow, Abyss Actor, King Dragoon. Okay. Next up, we've got, yes, a Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. So we're probably not going to include this in the sealed only deck just because we're not going to get 3 of it and we need them for our normal decks, so we're not going to put this in the sealed only, but it's always great to get one. As we see a Dharma, a Gigaplant, Fuma, and the Abyss Actor Link again. We do have some Abyss Actors from an earlier opening, so if it's playable, we may look at splashing in Abyss Actor stuff. Same with Dark Lords, but we see the Trap Trick, the Madame Veer, the DDD, White Mare, and a Compulse. So that finishes off our second one. What was the giant card from that? It's a second Dark Magicians. Yay, there goes the hoping to pull one of each immediately. As now we move into box number 3. Okay, let's get this one cracking. What are we going with? We got Anima, solid start. Tune, Reptile, Lockdown, and Saravis. That's 2 Lockdown, 2 Saravis. That's could be something that we play in the deck, so we'll get rid of some of this rubbish, pop it to the side as it starts to spill over. Okay, yes! Predator Plant number 2. Very nice, very, very nice. Given that we're only probably going to see about, I think it was 1.8 of each card, it's good to get doubles of a good card. So we see now Almirage, Madame Veer, Last Warrior, and a Bloom. I feel like it's the 3rd Bloom we've seen. Okay, next up. Armile. I feel like this looks familiar to an earlier one that we had. We see Chaos Goddess and the Firebrand. Next one. Medolce. Speedroid. Daigusto, that could come in handy in the deck. Starfire and Omega. And we've got Awakening, that's the 3rd Awakening. A Foil Terraforming, solid. Hymnist, Synchro Transcend, and a Raid Raptor Y-Strix. Solid card to pull indeed. I know it's massively overprinted, so we'll probably see more of it as we get along, but it's good to see it at this point. At least we've seen one. And last pack on this one is Ib, another Daigusto, Malefic, Card of Fate, and another Omega. And what is our giant card on this one? Cyber Dragon Infinity. Okay. This looked a bit better, not in person, but I still don't mind it. Still quite good. But let's get into the next one as we bump a microphone as we start moving this stuff. Still got more rubbish over there. Okay, so it's 6. Yes, perfect. These packs are really fragile. We see Mecha Phantom Beast, Zephyros, Herald, Phantasm, and Enma's Judgment. Starving Venom, okay. We could potentially play this card. See an MST, Malefic, Zephyros again, Umbrella. Our card pool's shrinking more and more as we see more doubles and triples, so this starting to get a bit shaky on what pulling one of everything, I guess. Well, yes! Speaking as we were complaining about getting doubles, we see doubles of the Union Carrier. So that's double Predator Plant, double Union Carrier. Can't argue with that at all. Cannot argue with that at all. So we see now Suki, Super Vehicle Roid, Hysteric Sign, and an Overflow. Okay, next up we've got Sky Striker Ace, a Dreadnought, Samorg, Bloom. I feel like that's like the 4th Bloom we've seen. Shrinking the card pool even more. Okay, next up. Tour Guide, hey, Tour Guide, nice. Herald, Malefic, What Giraffe, and DDD. And last pack on this box, we've got Infinity. Okay, another Alter Art. Second MST, Malefic, Pajama Emperor, and the Paradox Gear. And now we flip over Dark Magician Girl. Nice. Got a Dark Magician Girl. Hopefully we can trade off the Dark Magicians for odds on. We'll probably won't pull one of them. We might need to trade that for another one as we get into our next box. Okay, what do we need? I think I need 1 Sign Out Mining because I bought... Oh, wow. Okay. There it is, the Crystron Halifibrax, or Haquilifibrax. Let's go with that. Very nice. This has been a very good opening. I think we just need one sign out mining, and I've pulled everything I needed to get. Would have been really cool if it was a sign out mining as the next card, but Magic Formula, hate that card, shouldn't be in here. Paleo, nice. Okay, that was first pack of this box. Okay, very good. We need to see a sign out mining, and then the rest of the packs are plus. Oh, and we see an impermanence. Again, the impermanence we're probably not going to put in the sealed only because we need to sell this because we already have our own playset. But unless we see 3 impermanents or 2 more impermanents in the next 10 packs, this probably isn't going to go in the deck. But it's always good to see that. I completely forgot about impermanents. See Umbrella, Gigaplant, Celestial, and Starfire. Okay, next pack. Oh, where? I feel like the first card in every pack is the good cards, as we see the 3rd copy of Predaplant Verte Anaconda. This box has been crazy. Box number 5. Come on down. As we see Anaconda, Chaos Goddess, Hymnist, Almirage, Madame Veer. Next pack. We still got 3 packs left in this box. I saw that was another needle fiber then. I was like, oh shit me. So we see that. Y-Strix, second Y-Strix. 3rd copy of Seravis. It's a good card to have 3 of to pull out, but Last Warrior, another great GOAT card that probably needed its 2nd print, so I'm not going to complain about it being here. I think it may have 2 prints already, but it needed a more accessible copy. As we see Madolche, Cubic, Ryu, What Giraffe, and Dangerous. Have to read that Frightfur card later. So I've noticed it was a Frightfur card, and I was like, we did the Fluffle video like a few weeks ago, so didn't even realize that card was coming out. Rose, White Mare, Deck Lockdown. Is that 3 Deck Lockdown? Possibly. Hysteric Sign, and the Scrap Orthus. And for the 5th box, our giant card is the 2nd Dark Magician Girl, so another one we've got to trade off for one of the ones that we need. We'll pop that there, and we are into the final box. And we'll flip that at the end. They're not... Okay, no, we're fine. Okay, so that is that. Let's get cracking on the final box. We have Sky Striker Ace, Phantasm, Enmas, and MST. Then we've got CDI, Malefic, Zephyros. More garbage. Could this pack be the worst one? We'll see. Box 5 was great. Box 6 can afford to be bad. So we see Yuki, Super Vehicleroid, Hysteric Sign, Overflow, and another Speedroid. 3 packs left. Still need a sign out mining. And there's the sign out mining. I am almost certain that the first card in every pack they've put a money card in some way. If you're going to get the money card, it's going to be the first pack from this opening, because it's almost been every good card we've pulled has been the first card in the pack. Brilliant. We've got a sign out mining. Now we got Synchro Transcended, Last Warrior, Cubic Ascension, and Rikung. I completely butchered trying to say that. Let's everyone forget about that. If you've stayed this long, thank you anyway, but let's forget about that. So we see the Kuragari alternate art, solid. The Alien, Dark Athelion, Y-Strix, and Seravis again. As now we have our final pack. If the first card's not good, the pack's probably garbage. And the first card's not good. We're probably, if theory is correct, not going to see a good card in this pack. Malefic, Ferocious, Scrap Orthus, and Samorg. Okay. So, theory testing, I'm not sure if it's shown up in other people's videos, but the first card is always good. Okay. And the final giant card is Tour Guide. Cool. So we only need to pick up 2 of the 6 we're missing to finish our set. Okay, so we'll sort this out. We'll probably... Oh, no, we didn't see a... We did not see the link for Pendulum. Okay. We'll probably need to have to pick that one up later, but obviously we didn't pull it in sealed only, so we can't put it into sealed only. If I do, I'll cut back if we've made a change to the deck. If not, I'll just give a general update at the end. Okay, and we are back. So we have made some light changes to the deck. The main deck hasn't had any new cards come into it from Duel Overload, but we have seen a little bit of a change between what was in the sideboard and the main deck. We have had some new stuff going to the side deck, so that's come out of the Duel Overload set, and our extra decks changed up a little bit as well, so we'll get into a bit of a profile for this one. Okay, so starting us off, we have the monster lineup, in which we have 3 copies of Endymion, the Mighty Master of Magic, best card in our deck, I guess. I've probably just triggered someone, but oh well. Then we see 1 Reflection, 1 Magister, and 1 Servant to round out the Endymion package. Then for our Magicians, we have 3 copies of Chronograph, the 1 Time Gazer, sorry, I went to say Time Star. Then we have 3 copies of Harmonizing, 2 copies of Wisdom Eye, 1 Oath Dragon, 1 Dragon Pit, 1 Black Fang, and 1 Purple Poison. Then for our Mythical Beasts, we have Cerberus and 2 Jackal King, and the 1 Garuda. Then we have 2 copies of Abductor, and 2 copies of Zephranu. Okay, next up we have the spells, and we have 3 copies of Penge Call still, along with 3 copies of Spell Power Mastery, just to kind of search our engines. Then we've got 3 copies of Desires, the 1 Oracle of Zephyr. Now we have cut the Secret Village because of how predominant Shadows has become. So we've switched them in sideboard with the 2 copies of Time Pendulum Graph. And then we have the 1 Divine Strike. Okay, and next up we have our extra deck. So we've now cut down to 2 copies of Daybreaker because we have some better stuff to put in. We are 1 copy of Underclock still. We were considering putting in some links, but we weren't 100% sure which ones to put in. So we've ultimately just decided to trim our link lineup a little bit. But we still have the 1 copy of Zephyr Metaltron after this. Then we've got 2 copies of Vortex Dragon, 1 copy of Meteor Burst, 1 Enlightenment Paladin, and we've added in an Omega. Then we've got Time Star, and we've added in the Emerald. Originally it was just because we shuffled back, and then we realized that we can reborn the level 7 from Grave after we've detached it, if we want to make another rank 7 play. In which we have our rank 7s, which are Draco Sack, the Dark Anthlonileon Dragon. I still couldn't figure out how to pronounce that. And then we've got 2 copies of Odd Eyes Absolute after that. Okay, and finally we have our side deck for sealed only, in which we have our 3 copies of Droll. The new card we've added is 3 copies of MST, just because we need to pop some stuff now and then. 3 copies of Darkhold to clear board. Then 2 copies of Magician's Left, 2 copies of Magician's Right, and then the 2 copies of Secret Village that we have dropped back to the sideboard. Okay, so that'll wrap us up for our Duel Overload opening as well as our sealed only update for this month. Thank you very much for tuning in if you have stayed this long. I'm sure if you've stayed this long you are a subscriber, so I am not going to ask you to hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. At the moment, we don't have an idea of what we're going to open up next month, so if you do have any thoughts on what product we could open for our sealed only, comment them down below. I'm sure we'll take a look, see if we can find it in our budget, and then go from there. And as always, this has been Ben from NolanTCG. Have a good afternoon, everybody.